Hi, this is Scott from Ion Concert Media. I'm going to make a quick video about creating OSC cues using the OSC Cue Creator. So first step is to go to our website, www.ionconcertmedia.com. And once you're there, click on Our Brands. And we're going to go to ICM Technologies. And from the submenu on the ICM Technologies page, we're going to click Tools. And on the Tools page, we'll click Muséik OSC Cue Creator. That'll open up a new window that is the Cue Creator. And now we're ready to start writing our OSC cues. So over here I have a stage sync for Purple Rain open. I want my first cue to happen on beat 1. There's beat 1. Of course, all the stage sync starts with a lead, a 3-second lead, so that you can put in starting light cues or intro videos or whatever you need. But beat number 1 of the music starts at millisecond 2978. So now we come over here to the Cue Creator. The first thing I need to do is build my cue. For an EOS board, that'll be /EOS /Q /5, because this is going to be cue set 5 in my show. /1, so it's cue set 5, cue number 1, and then fire. That's my cue. I also need to know my IP address, 10.0.0.231, and I know that an EOS board listens on port 8000, so we put port 8000 in there. In the millisecond field, we put in 2978, and we can add a note. This is the intro, and we want it to be a purple wash. Okay, click add, and now we have our first cue. Now I can come back over to the stage sync file, and let's get to verse 1. Okay, verse 1 starts on millisecond 19477. So now I come back over here. I need to click in here and change from Q1 to Q2. And then the millisecond is 19477. And this is verse 1. Add movers. Click add. And there's our second cue. Come back over to the stage sync, figure out where you want your next cue to go. Let's call it right here at the chorus, 50424. So I can put in 50424 chorus, end movers, I guess is what we'll call that one, and click add. Now I've got 3 cues, but you'll notice that I made a mistake in this third cue because I forgot to change the cue number. We've got 2 Q2s going on now. Not a big deal. I can just click the pen icon here, which gives me an edit panel, and I can just come in and change the 2 to a 3 and click save. And now we've got Q1, 2, and 3 all ready to go. If you wind up getting the millisecond data wrong and assign 2 different cues to the same millisecond location, they will both fire at the same time. Just a heads up about that. Let's say you wind up at a different venue and the IP address is no longer 10.0.0.231. You can select all, edit selected, change the IP address, click edit selection, and now all of them have had their IP address changed to 162.0.0.168. When you're done, you have the cue list just the way you want it. You can come over here and click export as. They all need to be saved as a .osc-musaic save file. You can also export them as a CSV. If you export them as a CSV, they come out as a printable format, including the notes field, which can be really helpful if you put in careful notes about what the looks are for each cue. Then you can take that into the hall And Q1 we set a purple wash. Well, that'll help me figure out what I need to write for Q1 on the board. But to actually load it into the Muséik software, we're going to click on the OSC Muséik save. I've gotten in the habit here, let's just call this test, but instead of just calling it test, I actually put the IP address in. And this way, as you go to different venues with different IP addresses, you won't need to come in here and recreate it all of the time. If you've already got a file with IP address 162.0.0.168, you can just load that one in and it saves you a little bit of time. But I can click save now, and it has saved that file in the folder that I use. And now I can go into Muséik and load this OSC Muséik save file into the software, and it will now send those cues out as I play the file. It'll send those cues out at the millisecond points that we assigned. All right, that's it for this video.